KNBC Radio News is KCAA News Talk 1050, the Inland Talk Express. KCAA.
Hello and welcome to Let's Go Shopping with Bev. This show brought to you by Starflight Entertainment. Music by Dr. Bombay and the Blue Machine Band. Song title, Living in Paradise. Now here's Bev.
Well, welcome to the show, everybody. And where did that music come from? Oh, happy birthday. That's right. Thank you, Rob. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy to you. We want to say happy birthday to everybody in the world that has a birthday in November.
That's me.
That's you. You're in November, too, huh? Yeah, my sister's November. Right? Rob, do you have anybody in November? No. Okay, Elaine, do you have somebody in November? What do you have? Okay. Well, happy birthday to everybody. Enjoy the show, and we are going to fade out, and we got some good stuff. Thank you, Rob. And we want to introduce Rob. He is our new board op. The first time we all got together and working together, and I think this is the beginning of a very good friendship. Don't you? Yeah, he said yes, and he's smiling. And on the show today, we have Elaine with us from Smart Health Talk Radio. How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great. I had a wonderful time yesterday. We had a big gang of people here from the on Prop 37, and I think we had a really informative show. So I hope everyone can go to KCAAradio.com and find my picture, Elaine McFadden, and click on podcast, and maybe have a chance to listen to that. So thanks a lot, Bev, for that opportunity.
You're quite welcome. The only thing I'm going to say about that is good going. Good going. It was.
See how I slipped that in there?
Yeah, I didn't have. With the way my schedule was yesterday, it was absolutely bloody bunkers. And I heard you a little bit on the radio, seen you a little bit on the computer, heard you a little bit on the radio, back on the computer. But yeah, Mazel Tov, you done good. Yes, okay. So I like that. And why Elaine is here is she's part of our sisterhood group here. And since she does so much about food, that's one of the major things that we're going to be talking about today. Because this show, the whole show, from beginning to end, middle, up, down, sideways, every other which way, is all about getting you all ready for Thanksgiving. And guess what? It is only 23 days away before the Butterball turkey comes out and the Macy's parade. I hope we have the Macy's parade this year. And also, we have Yvonne from Apple One Payroll. How you doing?
I'm doing fabulous. I'm excited to be here again. I was here last week, and it's a great pleasure to be on your show, Bev. Thank you.
Thank you. And why? Because us three, we decided we're going to talk about food and shopping. Food. Did I mention food?
And more food.
And more food, right. And Yvonne, last week when you were here, real quick, I have to ask you this question. Yes. And we were talking about Apple One. You'll talk about that in a moment. How did they get the name? And then you told me you got the answer. How did they get the name Apple One?
Well, what I said last week, which I thought was true and accurate, in 1964 when Apple One was established, Bernie... the Yellow Pages were, at that time, we didn't have the Internet, so the Yellow Pages, he came up with the name because A would always appear first on the list. So that's where Agile One, Apple One, HAC America, that's where we were all formed, so we're at the top of the list.
But then we were right. Well,
High
five, yay! Don't you love when us ladies are right? I just love it. Yes, and then also...
Which is most of the time, of course.
Yeah. What do you mean most of the time? It's all the time.
Yeah. Well, we have to let the men think they have a view, right?
Yeah, and Rob is sitting in his chair and he's going, you're right. He's bowing to us, which is cute. And then also... if there is no bleeps or blunders in this fabulous show that we're doing today, is Jesse from Jesse J Collections. Will be calling in just about 4:30, but he is on site now filming The Voice. And they're filming season 4 right now, and he's going to take some time out and call us in because we have some good stuff that we're going to be talking about with him, and then we're going to be talking about the next fashion show.
Well, can I say something, because I was at that last fashion show and I saw Jesse's fashions, and I'm like, I want that one, I want that one, I want that one. I could have taken one of everything. Okay, they were so incredible and so creative. And they were sexy yet kind of cutting edge, and I really enjoyed it. Thanks so much for inviting me. That was
You're welcome. And listen, I'm not supposed to tell you this, so don't tell anybody else. Okay, wait till you see the next one. Him and I and Christina, our liaison. And Christina, we love you. I hope you're doing good.
We love you, Christina.
She's at another location. There's another thing that she's involved in, so unfortunately she couldn't be in two places at once. I don't know why, but, this didn't work out. So hopefully she'll be with us next week. Well, her and I and Rhonda from Restless Design, she does the websites and everything, us three ladies got it talking about it. We came up with a brainstorm. We bounced it off, and Jesse, he loved it, and that's all I can say. So you people are going to be in for one holy moly surprise.
Hey, is there anyone out there that likes to dress up but you never really have any place to go? Well, let me tell you, this fashion show, you can go all out, and you fit right in. I had a blast. I felt like I was playing glamour dress up.
Yeah, it was really cool. And what it reminded me of is back in New York on Fashion Week.
Oh, that dress I had on was a New York City dress. I'll tell you, okay?
Oh, Yvonne, you got to come with us next time.
I'm going to go.
You should have seen this dress.
To God, she made that dress for me, okay?
Yeah.
The famous designer, he specially made that dress for a 6-foot-tall me.
Yeah. Wow. And I'm going, how dare her being that tall in that dress? I'm going, now they can never make that dress for a short person like me.
Or
because me. No, Yvonne, you're taller than I am.
Okay.
You're taller than I am.
Okay, by a couple inches.
Yeah, but that's still taller, right? But if I wore that dress being as short as I am, all I could think about, it would look like a laundry bag. It would have. It really would have. A laundry, or some little kid playing dress up in her mommy's clothes. That's not fair for you being that tall.
Okay.
But we love you anyways.
I had fun hanging out with all those models, and they were all nice and tall, so it was fun.
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, and the food's pretty good over there. And
I didn't get a chance to try that.
You have to. And what we're talking about, where the event was, is in Riverside at Crescent Jewels, and they're over there on Main Street.
Mm-hmm.
That is an historical landmark, that building, believe it or not. It's been there for ever and ever. And where the bar area is, and where that brick wall is, that is the original wall.
Wow.
For
that
the
I didn't
city
know.
of Riverside?
Yeah. That is the original wall. And then also when we were talking to Tiki, she is the new owner of the restaurant area over there. And underneath the Mission Inn, and underneath a lot of them buildings, they have tunnels. And way back when is people used to use these tunnels to get to point A to point B. And where how the backside of the Mission Inn is, when we're at the restaurant, you can see the backside of it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then across the street they have them other little shops, and you see that bridge connecting the Mission Inn to that other brick building.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what happened is way back when is the servants, the cleaning people, used to live in that old building on this side of the street. And so they'd be walking across this bridge thing and what have you. But then for all the supplies and all the food and everything else, they were bringing them underneath these tunnels.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Guess what?
That's a lot of history.
I've been in the tunnels.
You lucky person.
I know, because I was a student at Loma Linda, and one of my teachers, her neighbor was one of the head chefs at the Mission Inn. And so as a field trip, we got to go, and there's actually this incredible fireplace in that building that's hand carved, like some sort of special stone. And they were planning on turning that into like a special restaurant where only like a couple people could be in there at one time. But I think, they never have quite had enough money for that. But it was so cool being in those tunnels, let me tell you. You just felt like you were a part of history, all these flashing of like what had really gone on down there. And I heard that they hid people and things like that too. But your story is probably more true.
Well, you know how stories get going.
I know.
One person, one thing, and by the time it gets down to 50 people, the story enlarged, tremendously. And you're right. They added more and more, or took out more and more, whatever it is.
Ghosts down there.
Oh, there's ghosts everywhere. Everywhere there's a ghosties. Yes. You want to hear some good ghost stories? I'll tell you. We got to get my sister Joyce to call down. She's upstate New York. Oh. And one of these days I got to work on it because of the timing.
Does she talk like you?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. She's a little deeper though. And she has some really good ghost stories from up in that neck of the woods and some of the things that happened up in Canada, because where she lives, she's almost to the Canadian border. Yeah.
And so does she believe in ghosts?
No.
Oh.
No. She said they're going to come in and make sure they wipe their feet before they walk in the house. She goes, I don't want this garbage in my house. She said they make a mess in the kitchen, they're going to clean it up. Who cares? Right.
Oh, let me guess, though. She's a good storyteller.
She is.
Yeah. Okay.
She is.
Okay.
She could have her own program telling stories. Believe me, I'm going to tell you, this woman's unbelievable. And yes, happy birthday, Joyce. Your card is in the mail. I mailed it 4 days ago. You should have it by now. And so anyways, talking about all of this cool stuff, ladies, let's get right to the point.
Okay.
Let's get talking about the food for Thanksgiving. Thank you, Rob. Perfect timing. Yay. I love this guy, right? And hearing I hope everybody had a good Halloween a couple of days ago. I hope you got a lot of good candy and loot and this and that. I was home in my PJs having a lovely time eating pasta and watching Charlie Brown on television. I loved it. It was the best Halloween I had ever.
Well, I tell you, I made my Halloween costume. I was Little Red Riding Hood, or should I say Big Red Riding Hood. I visited all my clients and gave them treats, and they loved it. I took first place in the contest. And
Yay!
Hey, I didn't know we had the company of the first place winner.
I know. Whoa.
Hey, wait.
What?
We have 3 first place winners here.
Hey.
We do?
Yeah, the parade.
What do you mean? That's right. The parade. I forgot. I forgot.
Tell them. We got 3 first place winners here.
Right. If you all did not tune in last week, I'm very sorry to hear that. And slap your hand for me, because you got to listen every Friday. You're going to miss some really cool stuff. I and Yvonne and Elaine and Miss Apple Valley, Mia's daughter, Blanca, was there, and my grandson Michael Anthony, Steve Morongo Jr. from the station. He does a music show here on Friday nights. We all got together and we got on the float. And we made some noise out there.
They did.
We did. And we had more fun. We had the music playing. I was on the mic. We were talking.
We were the party. Okay.
Yeah. And it was absolutely beautiful. I mean, it was fabulous, fabulous. The weather was a crisp, clear fall air.
It was great.
Beautiful.
Yeah, you could feel the atmosphere and the excitement building, and the children are out there, and the Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts and bands and a-dee-da-da-dee-da-da. I mean, it was fabulous. Well, shall we say it together? 1, 2, 3. We won first place! Yay! Yes, and when we went to the chamber, because we all belong to Loma Linda Chamber, we have a lot of neat people over there.
Awesome.
We have a lot of fun with them.
Mm-hmm.
And the food's pretty good, too.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and the breakfast meetings, sometimes they're pretty good. And I won't tell you that we sit in the back room and throw spitballs and stuff. I won't tell you what we do. But anyways, went last week after the parade was over with, and I get a phone call from Phil. He is the head of our chamber. Hello, Phil.
Hello, Phil.
He wanted to make sure that we were all there, and they called the name, and KCAA 1050 AM.